You have a good friend, you guys go way back, you know each other for a long time, you do stuff together, do all those stuff that men do together. You live basically the same life as every other normal average guy, just doing your thing, guys in college and everything like that. Basically, you live a mediocre life. I did personally. And time goes on. And for some reason, you notice like that is your friend is starting to like change. He doesn't do the normal stuff that you do together, the retarded stuff. You see him achieving goals, making big moves, getting closer to God and improving himself, getting better. You guys drift apart. You don't live the same life anymore. But for some reason, you still live your whole life. You still keep watching porn. You still keep relapsing and everything like that. But him, on the other hand, goes on. He's not the best yet, but he's achieving things. He's doing better for himself. You guys are not the same anymore. But look at you. You don't have many goals, no aspirations, no purpose, no mission. You stay on your phone 2-4, fapping, looking at all the porn stars, the OnlyFans warriors, going on Bangos, XX videos, Pornhub, watching all the porn you can hate under the sun, going through every genre, every subreddit, looking for all the porn, blah blah blah, and you go through the cycle of shame, disgust, selfish, and everything again. But your friend, on the other hand, is getting better. How did this happen? I used to live a mediocre life, a basic life, just like every other normal guy in my country. I have a average background. My parents aren't spectacular. They don't have these over high paying jobs. They're just two average people that came together to make a family. And I was born into an average life, nothing spectacular, the basic things that everybody has. The basic life that a parent can give a normal child. And my life was shit. Basics began. And I was battling this addiction on one corner and living this life on the other corner. And when I was doing this, I saw my friends doing other things, achieving things better than I was, doing better things, improving themselves, making money, doing so like that. And I was still in this cycle of depression, guilt, shame, and suffering from this addiction. And I did not give a shit. I didn't really care. I didn't have any goals, no ambitions, no purpose, no mission, no nothing. So today I'll be teaching you why you shouldn't be like I was and why you should have goals, serious ambitions, and purpose. So first, why should you listen to an idiot like me? Well, I used to be addicted for 4 years, but now I'm in here 5 months came by the grace of God. And my goal on this channel is to help cornerbacks, men, go from that to purposeful and ambitious men by the grace of God, not by my own power, but by God's grace. So if you like the video, like this content like this, like, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff, and stay tuned. So first of all, as I said, I had this friend. We go way back, known for a long time. Went to the same primary, secondary school, the same university too. I'm still in university currently now. Matter of fact, it's right here. And we just live normal lives. We graduated from secondary school, came to the same university. I was living my own life, battling this addiction on one corner, living this life on one side, this mediocre life, not doing anything, wake up, scroll, do this, watch porn, relapse, watch movies, stuff like that. And he lives his own life. I don't know precisely what he does, but we're not that quite far apart. Mostly every guy lives his normal life, just existing, just drifting, not really knowing what they want to do with their lives. But me, I know what I was doing. I know that I was deep in this addiction and I was going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. By the time nobody knew, only me know. I kept it from everybody else. But regardless, I was still living this normal life of just existing. No mission, no nothing, no purpose, no goals, no nothing. And came to a time, let's say 2 years ago, almost. Let's say 2 years ago, we're in school. We just got into university or college, or you guys may say, and we just still living a normal life, doing the normal things, waking up, talking about shit, everything the normal guy, things that guys do. But as time goes on, and mind you, there are people our age doing better things, making money, creating businesses, improving themselves one way or the other. But we're just there, basic, doing nothing. And as time will have it, things go on, time goes on, and I'm still basically in my normal life, deeper in this addiction, going deeper, going to different depths. And on the other hand, my friend he's not doing he's not he's like trying to figure out what he wants to do to his own life and stuff like that. Sometimes he will tell me, yo, we should do this, we should try to like work on ourselves. Cause mind you, we don't have any money, we depend on our parents for money, for our school fees, our tuition, everything, the food we eat, all on our parents. And I was not having it that bad, but compared to him, I was better off. And from that, his own angle, we were like, we should at least try to start making some money for ourselves. Because the life we live was actually that good. We're not having the best treatment in university. For it, we didn't even eat the best food. We're broke, basically speaking. And honestly speaking, we were tired of it, but he was more than I. If I would say so myself. And time goes on, I'm still in my addiction. But him, I noticed that he's actually doing something, working. I won't say specifically where he was in, but he's actually doing something, working, and I'm just there observing. I don't give a fuck. I keep doing what I'm doing. Sorry for my language, but I didn't really care what he was doing. And time went on, about months going, a year goes by, and when I look back, I was like, the way I started this year is the same way I'm learning this year. But him, on the other hand, because at the beginning of the year, he said he wouldn't want to end the year the same way he started the year, and he advised him to do the same. But I just look at that, oh yeah. And when the end of the year came, he was not at this top level of where he would want to be, but he was far better off than where he was. He was making good money, decent amount of money for his age. He was creating having little assets, things that were putting money in his pockets. And he could take care of himself to an extent, handle some kind of bills, which I could not for my own self. And it was better off than where he started. And I was still there, deep in my own addiction, struggling. And my life was basically shit. I now have no goals, no mission, no purpose, no ambition, no aspirations, no targets, nothing. I was just existing. But by the grace of God, one way or the other, I came to my own lowest lows, and I came to the end of myself. And with my whole life in general, and mostly with this addiction, I was fed up. I was tired of relapsing, watching porn, relapsing, doing these things over and over again, falling back. And I was just tired. I was tired of myself. And I needed help. And at the time, I didn't realize it actually, but that's actually God helping me. At first, my first 4 months of being clean, I felt it was all on my own power. I was like, okay, yes, I'm actually doing this. But when I look back at it now, it's more evident that it was actually God helping me. One thing is for certain, I came to the conclusion that I couldn't handle this by myself, but I needed help to dig myself out of this hole that I've put myself in. And that's where God comes in. He comes in when we're at our lowest lows, at our weakest points in our life. Each and every one of us. You know yours, I know mine. When we've hit rock bottom. Sometimes we think we've hit rock bottom, then we hit another one harder than that. Those points, those are where God comes in. If you want him to come in. He doesn't force himself. He just makes himself known. And it's your choice to choose if you want his help or not. And I was open at that time. At that point in time, I was open to any help I could get. Because I was fed up. And from there, I started doing the good habits. Okay. Getting out of this addiction. Having 1 or 2 goals. And stuff like that. So fast forward, I'm here now. I'm a year and 5 months clean now. This is not like a total view on my whole story, but it's just like a highlights. The purpose is my life was shit compared to my friends. And I had no goals, no missions, no ambitions, no drive to do anything. And that was a major factor why I was stuck in that addiction. Because I was just idle as fuck. Excuse my language, I was just idle. I didn't have anything in mind to do. I was just drifting. And I would advise you not to do the same today. If I continued that lifestyle I was living, almost on 100%, I will still be in that addiction. I would be dead. Dead. I will be there. So I would advise you. No, you should have goals. You should have aspirations. You should desire to be better. Know that you can. We are all human beings. We make mistakes. There's nothing good in our flesh, but because we can't be perfect doesn't mean we should not try to. If I'm saying things correctly, doesn't mean we should sit on our ass where we are and not try to change anything. I could sit here and say, okay, I'm not perfect. I should have this mediocre life. Or no, I should go out there, do things, start making money, have a business, have aspirations, have goals, and let God lead me on the way there. That's what I should do. I shouldn't just sit here and be fapping on my phone for 4 hours a day. That doesn't make sense. So what should you do? I've said a lot of stuff. What can you do now about this whole situation? If you find yourself in this situation, the first thing, as I've always said, is God. I've already said it, but I'll only emphasis on it again. You should acknowledge that you need the help. I need to overcome this problem. You can't do it on your own, and you need the help. I feel that most people that still struggle in this addiction are people that think they can help themselves. And this isn't just about this addiction. It happens to everybody in general. People that think that they can do everything by themselves, they don't need help. One way or the other, one way in their lives, they will come into a situation where they can't do nothing about it. And they have to come to the end of themselves. Then God can now reveal himself, and you can now choose whether you want his help or not. But the first step in overcoming this addiction, he is God. I'll leave it at that. The second thing I would say, take a look at your life. This is in no order, by the way, it's just off the top. This is in no order. The second thing I would say is take a look at your life. Analyze yourself, check yourself, be honest. If you're living a disgusting, mediocre, shitty life, be honest, keep it real. Don't say, I'm doing better than that guy. Be honest. One thing I've known about myself is that I've always tried to be honest about who I was and where I am in life. When I was addicted, I would say, yes, I'm a freaking addict. I'm addicted to porn. I owned it. It was who I was. You should be too. You should not that is a good thing, but you should be honest. Only an honest person can know what his problem is and how he can get out of it there. But if you're not being honest, you can't even know what's your problem. You don't even know where to start because you don't know what the problem is. So be honest. Analyze your life. What is the situation now? I know it's the next one. I would say, ask the big questions. What do I want in life? What do I want to become? Is this all I can be? Where do I want to be in the next 5 years, next 10 years, 2 years, 6 months? What do I want to do in my life? Should I take this up as a career? Is this what I want? What does God want from me? That's really the most important question. What does God want from me? Ask yourself the big questions. And most of you don't. You just anything I see, what I get. I want to be successful. What's success to you? You don't even know what the meaning of success is to you. Success to somebody may be walking his dog that day. Success to somebody may be winning the gold medal. Success to somebody may be making $1 million. What is success to you? Ask yourself that question. The next thing is having goals, targets, and mission. And the mission, purpose. Have a goal. Have a mission. Have purpose. For me, I have 2 main things I'm chasing in life right now. My music career and growing up this YouTube channel. If I'm not doing this, I'm doing that. If I'm not doing that, I'm doing this. I'm working towards them. I have goals based on this. I have aspirations. I have targets. Okay, I want to be here by so time this year. What do I want to be now? I want to have achieved this goal, this and that, this and that, this and that. You should have something that you know that you are dedicated to this cause. You love it. You do it for the joy in it. Number one. Stuff like that. Most of you guys don't have anything. You don't have any goals, no nothing, no mission currently in your life. You're just drifting like a leaf in the wind. You don't have any goals, no nothing, no aspirations, no nothing. It shouldn't be like that. You should pick something up. Maybe these talents that you have that you're not using it properly. And maybe that thing that you've always wanted to do, but you just never had the balls or the the audacity to accept it. Pick it up. Even if it's 10 minutes a day, just start, indulge in it. Then from there, be consistent. Pick it up, have a goal, have targets. Say, okay, I want to do this, I want to chase this. How can we do that? That's it, that's the bit. Then the next one, work towards them. Build your life, structure your life in a way that you are working towards your goals, your targets. Your routine throughout the course of the day. Let me show you my routine. Your routine throughout the course of the day should know what you want to do at each time. When, how, where, when are you starting, when are you finishing. This is my, not that this is the best routine, but this is my routine. From Monday to Sunday. That makes sense. Know what you want to do each day. Have goals and targets. Your day should be in accordance to your goals. Each day should be a step forward. Then the last thing, not the last thing, consistency. Be consistent. Take out every other thing else and focus on them. Move all the extra stimulation, all the extra blah blah, all the extra noise and fluff. Focus on them. Then the last thing, again, God. God is the first, the last. Start with Him, finish with Him. When you wake up in the morning, pray. When you want to sleep, pray. Middle of the day, pray. Commit everything into His hands. You can't do anything by yourself. You're not perfect. Only God is perfect. We do everything through His strength. I'm not doing this because I can't do it. I ask for strength to do it. And He leads me. So that's basically it. If you want to see more of my content, want to see more of my videos, like, subscribe, do these two stuff, comment, share the video. It's a win-win for both of us. And I'm also building something that can help men go from porn addicts to purposeful and ambitious men through God's grace, not mine. And doing some research. Now, I'd like to know about the experiences of guys just like you, how the addictions affect your life, your mental health, your self-image, your relationships with your family, girlfriends, spouse, fiancés, who knows, how it's affected you in general, your life, and how it's tumbled your life from all these years, how it's messed up your brain, how it's destroyed your self-confidence, your self-esteem, your self-image, and everything like that. I'd like to know. You can reach out to me on X, formerly known as Twitter. We can have a deep conversation, very intimate, very deep, very vulnerable, completely free, no charges, no nothing, just two young guys or two guys in general talking about their porn addiction and how they can overcome it through God's grace, not anybody else's. So, sounds like you. Links in the description. Hit me up. Message me on X. Respond as soon as I can. And thanks for watching the video. So, remember, trust in God, not yourself. Cut out the bad habits, do the good habits, and be consistent. Peace.